I never knew my life would be this way. I thought I had it all figured out, but in the end, I was lost, stuck in the maze of my own uncertainty. There were moments I felt like I was sinking, like I'd never break free from the weight of everything I was carrying. I had dreams, yes, but those dreams seemed so far out of reach, so distant, like I was always just a step away from catching them, but never quite there. The people I trusted, they drifted away. The plans I made, they fell apart. Life, it seemed, was determined to teach me that nothing is promised. And for a long time, I believed that maybe this was it. Maybe this was how my story would end, quietly, without anyone really noticing. I used to wake up with a pit in my stomach, same feeling of emptiness, like I was just going through the motions, waiting for something, anything, to change. But I didn't give up. Even in those moments where I thought I couldn't go on, when I was on the verge of just throwing in the towel, something deep inside of me kept me going. I didn't know where the strength was coming from, but I knew it wasn't my own. Somewhere, beyond the pain, there was a flicker of hope, a whisper that told me to hold on, to trust, to believe that this wasn't the end of my story. And then, it happened. It didn't happen overnight, no, but one day when I least expected it, everything changed. I don't even know how to explain it. It was like God had seen my struggle, had heard every silent prayer, and decided it was time to bless me in ways I never imagined. Doors began to open. Opportunities that seemed impossible started to appear. People who had once turned their backs on me now saw me in a different light. Suddenly the world that felt so cold and indifferent began to warm up to me. I started to see results. Small wins at first, but they piled up quickly. Things I never thought would be within my reach suddenly were. And then, I found myself in a position I had always dreamed of but thought I'd never get. I became someone people looked up to. I became someone people wanted to be around, someone whose success others envied. I went from being the person who struggled in silence to someone who could stand tall and proud, my name on the lips of the people in my city. People who once overlooked me now wanted to be in my circle. I was invited to places I never thought I'd step foot in. My name started to spread. People wanted to know my story, wanted to hear how I turned things around, wanted to be a part of whatever I was doing. I remember walking down the street and strangers would approach me, ask for a picture, tell me how much they admired me. It felt surreal. This wasn't the life I thought I'd have. This wasn't the story I saw when I was struggling. This wasn't supposed to be me, but here I was. The money, the fame, it didn't come all at once, but it came, and it came in a way that I knew wasn't by my own power. I know now that it was God's grace, His timing, His plan. There were days when I questioned if I'd ever be enough, if I'd ever truly find my place in this world. And now I stand here, not as the person I once was, but as someone who knows that even the deepest struggles have a purpose. There were moments when I doubted my worth, moments when I questioned if the world would ever notice me. But look at me now. I'm not just noticed, I'm celebrated. People respect me, people trust me. I've become someone whose presence has weight, someone who's made a mark in their city, someone who's no longer invisible. I look back at the days when I was struggling and realize that the hardships, the tears, the pain, I wouldn't trade it for anything, because without all of that, I wouldn't be where I am now. People talk about success and fame, but they don't talk about the journey, the lonely nights, the times when you feel like giving up, the moments when it feels like you're drowning. But those moments, they made me who I am. They made me appreciate every single blessing I have now. And I know it's not just luck, it's God's hand at work, showing me that He had a plan for me all along. Even when I couldn't see it, now I walk with my head held high, knowing that this success, this life, this blessing, that none of it was by accident. It was all a part of a bigger picture, one that I could never have painted for myself. So, as people now want to be around me, as they want to share in my success, I don't forget where I came from. I don't forget the struggle. And I'll never stop being grateful for the one who lifted me from the depths and gave me a life I never knew was possible.